Gaon Connection, Dr. Rajeevan. Odisha, Andhra Pradesh and parts of West Bengal have recently been battered by Fani Cyclone, and we've had cyclones even in the past, whether it is 1999 cyclone or Hudhud or Fani. Just wanted to understand from you that what we have learned from the past cyclones which has helped us deal with Fani in a better way, and how the whole forecasting of cyclones has changed in India in last 1 or 2 decades.
Yeah. So there are two main aspects. One is prediction, how better we can predict the movement as well as the landfall. And second thing is the disaster management process for some evacuation of the people, etc. For 99 was a big disaster, and our prediction was, frankly speaking, it was not up to the mark. And the state government also did not do well. They are not able to manage the disaster. And maybe they did not get enough lead time for the preparations, etc. It was a huge disaster. From there, we learned the lesson, frankly speaking, in terms of improvement in disaster management process, also the improvement in weather forecasting. Weather forecasting, as IMD is concerned, last 8-10 years, we have improved a lot in terms of observations, getting better models. Now, I will be very happy to say that we have one of the best weather forecasting prediction system in the world now. So, we are comparable for system like in US or UK forecasting system, and very high resolution models we are using it now, and we understand the whole physics behind the weather forecasting, and better understanding we have. And we could do it because we invested a lot in terms of buying computers. For this running these high resolution models, we need huge computing power. Now, as you may be aware that we have the 4th best computing resources in the world among all these weather prediction centers. After US, UK and Japan, we have the 4th largest computing resource. So, government is supporting. Second part is observations. Unless we have basic observations, we cannot improve the forecast. So, we invested a lot in improving our observational network, and especially radar network. We have now 27 radars, weather radars, and we have almost 10 radars along the east coast. So, now no weather system, no tropical cyclone can enter into our mainland without being detected. So, that is and when this Fani cyclone came, it started first by Chennai, then Machilipatnam, Visakhapatnam, Paradeep, Gopalpur, Paradeep. So, 5-6 radars tracked. So, it was very easy for us to track how it was moving. Every half an hour, every 15 minutes we could track. And before that, we could predict using our models. All models were converged. Initially, there were some issues. When it was in the South Indian Ocean, it was suggesting that first it will move to Tamil Nadu, it will go to Andhra. So, that is why initially we were discussing with state governments of Tamil Nadu and Andhra. But after it became a depression, we had a very beautiful convergence among all the models, and all the models were showing that it will move in a northwest direction, then recurve, then it will go to ultimately it will go to Odisha coast. So, we could inform the Odisha government as well as the state NDMA, etc. Almost 3.5 days before. So all this success mainly because our investment in our model, improvement in weather forecasting system, including models as well as observations. Then second thing is very big, huge improvement in terms of coordination between center and state. Yes. And this time it worked exactly. There is a lot of coherence, a lot of synergy between central government, NDMA, and also the state government. And state government could also take action very quickly, and they could evacuate. So, a beautiful story of good disaster management system. That's why even New York Times told that you learn from India. So, it's a good lesson from India. So, we are very happy with that.
So, in one of your recent tweets, you had mentioned, and I am just quoting, that between 1891 and 2017, we have had 14 severe tropical cyclones in April in Bay of Bengal, and of which only one crossed the mainland India, and Fani is the second one to cross in April. So, what does it mean for us? I mean, if it's happening in April, anything to worry? What does it indicate?
Yeah, it is nothing to worry appreciably, but at the same time, April is not very common. Tropical cyclone don't form very commonly in the April. Normally, sometimes one forms in May, but April is almost rare occurrence. So, this time it occurred, and it is also occurred very close to the equator, and it moved a very long trajectory. So, it has a long lifetime cycle. So, they are all basically unusual in the sense, it is not very typical of a tropical cyclone. And so, it was a kind of a unique event, this Cyclone Fani. and this all could be related to, probably could be related to climate change, and we expect with the global warming is happening, we expect the frequency of the events may not, tropical cyclones may not increase. But when there is a high probability when tropical low weather system, low pressure system form, it will definitely intensify into a severe storm. The chance of getting intensifying a low pressure system into a severe cyclone is very high now, mainly because of the ocean is warming up. And you may be wondering how this system will move very long time, but still it did not weaken, but it further intensified mainly because of the ocean heat content. Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal had a lot of ocean heat content, and intensity of a tropical cyclone depends on the ocean heat content, not the only the sea surface temperature, the skin temperature. It depends upon how much water, warm water is there in the depth. So that is called the ocean heat content, we say. And that ocean, almost all the ocean basin, the ocean heat content is increasing, mainly due to global warming. It is a pure signal of global warming. It increases the ocean heat content. So all the ocean basins, the frequency of cyclones may not increase, but whenever it forms, we are very sure that we are going to have it into a severe storm.
So from your ministry side, like you said, the numbers may not increase, but the intensity
Can
is expected to increase. So from your ministry side, I mean, what kind of systems or defense for cyclones you're putting in place, adaptation or?
So see, basically we are meant for, our ministry has a mandate only to inform the people and predict well in advance, and so that but action, the ground level action is to be taken by the state governments as well as the authorities like NDMA, disaster management. So they should be fully prepared. Wherever opportunities are there, scope is there, they should improve their system. If there are any lacuna, if there are weakness in the system, they should improve, especially communication. And once this kind of Bhubaneswar, for example, I was told that Bhubaneswar there is no electricity for. Right. So how quickly people can swing into action and restore the thing, and food, water, and that can be given to the people who are doing in the shelter. So disaster management system should improve. The same way our forecasting system, still there is a scope. I should really admit that we are good in making the track and landfall system for predictions well, but we still have problems in intensity. This time intensity also worked very well, but in general our intensity forecasts are not that good. For example, if we say 170 kilometer, 150 kilometer, it could be 180, 170, it could be different.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.